Now, let's look at the next one. The next one, we're going to do the exact same process. We're going to replace the y with the 0. And now we need to factor. However, this next one is a little bit more difficult because you guys notice they don't have any common terms I can factor out. So what I told you guys to do is if you don't have anything that you can factor out, but you have this higher power, we understand, or at least we should understand how to factor quadratics. X squared minus 6x, right? We use that little x. So therefore, what I would recommend is rewriting this as x squared plus 3x minus 18. Just rewrite it into a format that you know how to factor. You guys are familiar with factoring something like this. Molly, you've already wasted away all your points. So therefore, I have negative 18 and positive 3. So I want to determine what two numbers multiply to give me negative 18 and add to give me positive 3. A negative 6 and a positive 3. No, positive 6 and negative 3. Yep. Yes. I'm rewriting the same problem, but as x squared plus 3x minus 18. OK, so, but if you agree with me, just watch. You understand that this factored form is x plus 6 times x minus 3. Would you agree that this times this gives you that? Well, this is the factored form. We just factored it. So what I'm trying to show you is the same numbers. You guys agree that this gives you the same numbers. However, instead of it being to x squared, it's to x to the 4th. So what power do I want my factors to be where I multiply x times x and then give me x to the 4th instead of give me x squared? You want them to be x squared. And that's it. Because x squared times x squared gives you x to the 4th. 6 times negative 3 gives you negative 18. And the middle terms add up to give you 3x squared. Now we're still not done. We have a product equal to 0. So we say x squared plus 6 equals 0, or x squared minus 3 equals 0. Now we need to solve for both of these. So I subtract a 6, and I have x squared equals negative 6, and I add a 3. X squared equals positive 3. Now I still need to solve by taking the square root. So I take the square root of both sides. Now please remember when you guys introduce the square root, it's the plus or minus. X equals plus or minus. Now we have the square root of a negative 6. Do we know how to take the square root of a negative number? No, but we do know how to take the square root of negative 1, or at least we have a way to represent the square root of negative 1, which is I. So I separate it into 6 times the square root of negative 1. So x equals plus or minus the square root of 6 times I. And then this one is the square root of plus or minus 3.